And it is Thursday. It's Thursday. We're gonna talk watches today. First and foremost, before we get started, let me do wrist watch check. I have on my glycine airman, and let me find my secondary device because I may have to reference some stuff online, and we may even take a poll today. Did I leave my phone? No, it's in my pocket. All right, so I do before we even really jump off into it. Yesterday, and I want to be clear. Yesterday, we talked about a number of things with shopping, home shopping network, Shop HQ, right? And we're going to jump back into that today, but we're going to cover a little bit more of the different places that we've shopped or the experiences that we have, places that we recommend, places we don't recommend. This one, if I get the opportunity, thanks for being here, man. Timepiece Tony's in the building. You get an opportunity, may even take a poll during this episode, this live, about your shopping experience, right? We'll probably pick on Amazon, maybe. Amazon versus Walmart, right? But in the meantime, let's jump right in. Now, last night I talked about Shop HQ, and for clarity, it hasn't hit the Google or news centers yet. They have, I don't know how many people are going to be unemployed, but they are releasing people, right? They are laying off folks, and they're going to go e-commerce. And what that means basically is it's almost like they say, hey, you know what? We have to be like Amazon, right? And I mentioned that Shop HQ reminds me and I don't work there, I've never worked there. I've known people that work there, but their attitude about business reminds me when I used to work for Venture, and it's like they are like, hey, we have our set amount of customers that come in on a regular basis. In the store that I worked at when I lived up in Chicago, we saw the same people all the time. Older people come in, it was just it's like going to Crackle Barrel or Bob Evans, you know what I'm saying? You'll see, or like me coming here. I come and I sit in this spot for the most part. I'm gonna say at least 90% of the time I'm sitting right here. Only time you don't see me sitting here is if somebody's sitting here already, of course. Thank you. So, what's up, DK? What's up, brother? Salute to you. But anyway, so what I want you guys to know at the end of this live, right, is where I have experience watches and my experience overall, and maybe I can help somebody in the future, like go to the spot that makes most sense for you. But I want to dive into what. I hate to. Let's just jump back into Shop HQ real quick. Now, I was sent a few pictures yesterday. I won't unless I'm told that I can share these pictures. I won't share them. Watchdog, what's going on? Welcome in. But I was shown pictures of collectors that were buying Invicta pieces for years, long before I even thought about buying an Invicta piece. I had a few people hit me on Facebook and Instagram, and they just shared with me their experience up to this point. And they talked about their disappointment. They talked about, right now who they trust and who they don't trust. And it's such an ugly thing is when you gain the trust of your fan base, customer base, the Mrs. Johnsons, the Mr. Smiths that comes back time after time after time, sit down, they come and get the same coffee and a little sandwich. Every time they walk in, you don't have to ask what they want. It's automatic, right? This is what iMedia, Shop HQ, Shop NBC has done for these customers. And I guess we started seeing coming out of COVID, we saw cheaper prices in certain areas. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing that I thought was interesting. So let's talk about two entities, right? At one point, Shop HQ would show, this is before Ryan and Kendi left, they would show watches, right? And we're looking at the watches that they display, which gives us an idea, which I have an example, right? Somebody just asked me how many, last night asked me how many meteorite pieces I have, and this is one of my meteorite pieces. This is an Invicta Grand Diver, and this will be the Homage. Now, this is funny because this strap didn't come with it. I put the strap, this came from the Snapshot, so you guys may know him as Not a Watch Now. I bought this from him and put this on this bracelet, this strap on this watch, because I thought it just, it worked out. But I bought this off of Shop HQ during the airing. They dropped the price on this. There were, I think, 4 colorways to this. I bought 2. The ones I tried to get 3, but they had sold out real quick. Excuse me, y'all. I'm still getting over it. Shop HQ is a turd salad now. Woo, goodness. Woo. So afternoon, how you doing? Thanks for being in here. So while we were watching Shop HQ, we would literally look at the price and say, hey, take this for example, $199, right? Let's just throw the price, $200. Like, oh, that's dope. Hey, and we'll talk to each other either in the chat or on, Instagram and say, what is Invicta Stores? Put the model number in Invicta Stores, and you'll see the Invicta Stores for $85. It's a no-brainer. Which I always thought that, I say, wait a minute. This is a very weird relationship that Invicta has with Shop HQ and InvictaStores.com. So what I would do is I would come out and put that model number in Google, and it would tell me, and I'm like, okay, so it's $85 over on InvictaStores.com, and then I'm just giving an example, and then it's $79 over on Ashford. So I'm like, man, it's a no-brainer. And I remember reaching out to some collectors before, and just like what I'm doing, another reason why I'm doing this live is I asked, hey, I put this out on, this was years ago, I put a poll out on, like, how many people have bought watches from Ashford? People were like, hey, this is a fraud, don't do it, that like the watches you buy are fake, all this other stuff, right? So I was like, oh, so I didn't do it. But then I started seeing people like, hey, man, I bought this watch, I bought it from Ashford. So I was like, you bought it from Ashford? I said, it's crazy. Heck yeah, I saw it. Bro, I'm sorry I didn't send you that message back. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, too. So I have a couple of places that I can buy from. Now, I have the ability to call in to Shop HQ and do a testimonial, and it was great. It was a vibe, all right? We've been on cruises. I mentioned this before. We've been on cruises and stuff together. But I'll tell you where they failed at, because companies like Ashford and Amazon, right? Amazon was another source. They had the description of everything, and you could just buy it at what, at a lower price than what they were doing now. Minus you didn't have the personalities talking about the watch. Well, this is where Amazon picked up. Amazon has this affiliate program to where now you have people literally giving testimonials and reviews right there at a click. All you gotta do is click down, you'll see, right? There's a whole page with like people that they're getting paid. Amazon is paying them. And I will say this. I want to say this is before they changed management. This is well before Shop HQ changed their format. This isn't hearsay. This is real deal. I reached out to them for an ambassadorship program, right? And what I wanted to do was I said, hey, I propose it like this, just testing it. Since I'm buying from you guys already, and I'm on YouTube, allow me, send me some watches, some sample watches and stuff like that, which I know they had sample watches. I've been on cruises with them, so I know that. And I didn't have to, per se, keep the watch, but let me at least look at it, review it, and let the people see what it is, give us a link, and send it back, right? I was trying to get on that ambassadorship program, and you know what they did? A year later, they created the ambassadorship program. And I'll tell you from my personal experience, the way they laid that out, the timing sucked. the timing sucked, and I can say this: the timing sucked because they dropped it the week of Black Friday, right? The week of Black Friday. There was no pre-sales, there was no pre-nothing, and they wanted new customers. So my proposal was, hey, why don't we do it where both new and old customers can benefit? 33% off for new customers and what, 30% for existing customers. I still have that email. That email wasn't even answered. Every other email I had was answered, but that wasn't. And then the way they did it, they sent out 9 of us as ambassadors for to sell these watches, right? And I'll tell you this because each one of you guys, I think Victor Bama's in here. He was one of those guys that was an ambassador. I'll tell you where they dropped the ball. They sent out like this gift package, a box or whatever. It had 2 women's quartz watches, some swag, and an anatomic pro diver, right? Well, the anatomic pro diver, the battery was dead. And those other watches, they don't promote those. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted us to, and of course, do that. But the thing about it is, if that person or those people have no idea, or they're not on social media like that, right? You're sending this out. Now, Facebook is great. If you're sending this out and you give them a code, make sure that code can adhere to new and old customers. But Invicta was sold, Invicta and Shop HQ, they say, hey, new customers, that's it, right? So we missed out on a great opportunity to build. Well, they missed out, and then on top of that, they vetted us, because you had to fill out this form or whatever before you got on there. And there were some people that's like, okay, how do I do this? What should I do? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you need to talk to these people. So you rolled out a program and just sent it out there without like no research. Like, what does an ambassadorship program look like? All you gotta do is click on YouTube. That's all you had to do. I mean, you in Shop HQ was on YouTube. So that was a fit. And then we had no direction in December. It's like, okay, we emailed, I didn't call, I emailed, hey, what are we doing? Is the program going to continue? And I didn't know until I had to reach out to Kendi at the time. And we found out in January, like, all right, so here's your credits. You got these many people, that qualify for and blah, 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 whatever. So they sent us our credit for the watches that sold. I still got that email. I still have that email. I just don't think it was done properly. And I'm not surprised why, like right now, that Shop HQ is in the position that they're in. You played a dangerous game. Okay, let's get into that. Felix was a great ambassador. Everybody's speaking. You got a Zello. Okay, wrist check. Watch Junkie, what's up, man? Vic said, be right back. Okay. Okay. So there was dropped opportunity. They dropped the ball, right? So we're fast forwarding to now. And for the life of me, Amazon has been killing the game. Even Walmart got into, like, you can buy Invicta off of Walmart online services and stuff like that. You can buy Nike and everything off of there. And I asked this question last night: is Home Shopping Network doomed for 2025? But as we go back into like watch collecting, what is watch collecting? What, like, there's stories behind this. And somebody shared last night. Oh my gosh, what was it? That was I think it was a timepiece. Tony said that Shop HQ was like the #1 watch selling online home shopping network, right? Of all of them. Because you like think about what they have to offer at like QVC. I went over there to a couple of these places, even JTV, right? So let's look at it like this. I'm going to rate this real quick. Invicta's relationship with Shop HQ was prominent for years. People loved it. They had a bunch of fans. They had all this stuff, right? They got dropped off a cliff, right? But then you push that onto JTV, and my personal opinion on that, when they were doing that transition, and it's not that I said this in the beginning. I said that's not a good move. because it was abrupt. They pulled the plug and then tried to plug it back in. And it's like, you're trying to take 25 years of shopping experience, a fan base that Invicta made up over 30% of your like market share in shop, and then you're trying to plug it into a company that has a fan base, especially on YouTube. Their fan base was a lot larger. Invicta or Shop HQ's was at 29,000 before they pulled the plug. 29,000 plus subscribers. And I get over to JTV and they got over 60,000 subscribers. There's a huge gap in between that, and you're trying to take 25 years of experience and plug it into this. That's like you trying to drop a freaking 5.0 motor into a Mazda with no modifications, like, and expect that thing to run. You just gonna try to plug it up to, bro, come on. That's it. That was crazy. That was crazy, man. It's like you have to literally build up another client base. You have to introduce yourself to the new clients, which a lot of those women, there are a lot of women over there, they're buying jewelry. So you're taking a watch, like, and there was watches there too. They had to sell with some other companies there, and that they may buy for themselves and their husbands. But how do you do that? Please, somebody answer that for me in the chat. Let me get in the chat real quick. Wearing a Pro Diver automatic. I gave a lot of Invicta watches as gifts this year. Hope they enjoyed them as much as I did. Oh man, that's dope, bro. On the wrist today, Aragon Concept S. Where my, yeah, I saw, hey Vic, I ain't got nothing for you, bro. You won, bro. You the man. Wearing a Pro Diver automatic. Diamond Man Award. Ooh. I ain't mess with you neither, bro. Wearing the Grand Lupa. Okay. Lupa's one of my favorite watches, man, in Invictus, man. Said, I wish I could keep up with all you guys. Stop it, Jake. Yeah, I see why you said stop. Okay, yeah. JJ for timeout again. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Hold on, let me see here. All right. I'm just looking to see what I got. Moving and grooving here. I got the secondary device. Just in case I got to look something up. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, so. Now. I know, and I'll tell you, is I get this information, as it comes out, as it spills out and stuff like that, I'm sure that when the layoffs hit Shop HQ, it'll come out and, you know, we'll go from there. But getting back into watch collecting, which is so personal, extremely personal. And what I brought with me today was a number of watches. And I don't know if you guys have ever bought from the companies that I'm going to mention today, but I'm going to tell you what my experience has been up to this point. And I want to showcase first my introduction to the NX34 movement in 2022, which is this right here. And I want you to see something. Look at all the scratches I have on this watch. I mean, I wore this watch like it was the only one I had. All right, now this was my introduction, and then you look at the bracelet. Now, whether you like the watch or not, oh man, I got look at the top. I got major scratches on that thing. I ain't even buffed it out yet. Whether you like the watch or not, Wing from Aragon, which used to be on Shop HQ, or was it what was it then? Shop NBC back then. His customer service is amazing, right? His attention to the customer online, Facebook, whatever, is just like that. He's very responsive, right? Now, he stands behind his product. He believes in it. And if you have yet to experience it, I will challenge you. Go to Aragon, excuse me, type in Aragon in your search bar for YouTube. There are a number of people that have reviewed his watches. But he is, like, you'll see all his videos. And look, he explains, he stutters. So he'll stutter through something. He's so excited. That's how he believes in his product, man. And it's like an appreciation for that. It's like I feel comfortable and great about buying it. Then I'm looking at all of the people. That's the other thing too, is how many people are showcasing this. I'm like, there's whole Facebook groups like that has the Aragon logo all over it. And there's people like Bob that will buy his Invicta that he likes and then Aragon. He's not straying away from those companies, period, right? So, I gotta switch to my office computer. Skylar, watch the trolls. I'm not selling no watches again. Come on, this guy here, man. Hey, man, get back with them super. Hey, listen, I uploaded, man, some software, man, that can kind of block and damper some of that superhero powers that you have, bro. Yeah, I can't protect the people in the chat, so y'all just done for. I gotta protect myself because I always feel like I want to buy a watch after Skylar comes in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, let's see, JJ, stop the cap. Where the dunce at? Oh, man. I'm going to put him in timeout. Wow. I'm not, hey, bro. Listen, today we're just talking about who has the best customer service, you know, and who has the best presence and what companies can do, possibly. I mean, and you know what? I will say this. I will encourage anybody that works at, I don't care if you're micro brand, independent, I don't care if you're Macy's, JCPenney's, if anybody that sells watches, make watches, or you're around horology, you write about it, put this word out because I'm a customer and I know how I want to be treated. I'm going to tell you another industry leader with me is this right here. Look at this. It's an Islander. This is an Islander watch. And I bought it based off I came in, I heard them talk about the watch. I was doing something else. This was last year when this watch came out. Another little aviator, right? A Flieger, if you will. And I was like, God, dog, excuse me, yo. Ghost Pilot is what I'm calling this thing. This is a Ghost Pilot. Because, like, how subdued it is. This reminded me of, for me, we had our subdued patches when we were in Iraq. And my patch literally just reminded me of the colorways that I had. And I said, you know what? They had one that the lume was so ridiculous. Now the lume is pretty good in here, but it doesn't shine as bright. You know, it's muted. It's more muted than the other options you have. But it's not so much the watch per se. Mark has definitely earned my trust. Now with him, customer service, second to none. Second to none. And I haven't had a problem with that. And the products that I buy from him, right? That's a place that I would definitely recommend. I don't get any kickbacks. Mark doesn't send me any watches. I don't get any money for talking about that, but I definitely, that's who I mess with. Double tap that screen. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Denied the notification again. Hey, man, YouTube, stop denying, man. We trying to grow over here, man. This information is key. So YouTube, stop that. Stop hating on your boy, man. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to do, man? We got to talk about watches over here, man. Who else makes 50 millimeters or larger? Outside of Aragon, I guess. Casio, G-Shock, if you like digital. Diesel, I think Diesel's still doing them. Depending on how much you want to spend on a watch. Kokomo Watch Company makes what they call the Time Machine. That's a sizable watch. I think they do have one that's 50 millimeters. And then there's a company, was it Colorado Watch Company? They do one. Their watches are beautiful too. And they make theirs. Just depends. I'm trying to see. You know what? I'm gonna make a note of that. I'll do a research and I'll find as many as I possibly can and then do a show on that. Just give me a reason to come back on live. That's, it is what it is. YouTube failed me is, man. He said Trap must be speaking too much truth. I wouldn't doubt that, I may be frowned upon as far as that by some people. because what I'm saying. But it's, I mean, I look at it, I'm coming from a perspective that I'm a customer, I'm a consumer, I'm a watch collector, enthusiast. Okay, what am I? Let's talk about that. Watch enthusiast versus, or my scum. If y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Yo, welcome in. Oh, Aragon does make a few 50. I have a few. Yes. Eric, I mean, me personally, my experience with Aragon, man, yeah, their 50 millimeters are solid. They super solid. Well, they 48 millimeters too. Like they solid. Well, what do I have in this case? Oh, so I'm gonna go through. Hold up, I gotta finish going through some stuff. Okay, all right. I had to see what was in there. I forgot what was in there, and I'm gonna go over that, man. All right, so moving along, I was able to get into this right here. This Alpina, right? And I got this last year. And it's not to be forgotten because I think I picked up a lot of good watches last year, but that was like one of the first watches I jumped into buying from eBay because eBay had let me down 2 times, and I wasn't about to do a third. I said I left eBay alone, but eBay now that is a challenge. It is a challenge because there are some eBay sellers they're not about the right. They'll send you some garbage. You know, you definitely have to do your homework because if you think you're just gonna buy, please look at the rating, look at the people, look at the customer service stuff in the bottom, see what people are saying. You know, have them send you pictures of the watch. You know, like it's a little bit more work than going to Amazon. But you know what? Not really, because how many people, when you go to Amazon, let me ask you this: how many people look at the reviews? How many people look at the reviews? Watch enthusiasts equal knowing much more than what's outside your collection and binge watching Trapvision. Oh my gosh. Get out of here, bro. Go on. Get out of here. Anyway, moving on to Amazon, bro. How many people? I'm asking that question. I think it's a legit question. But look at this right here. Look at this. Look at the gemstones right here. Yeah, man. Hey, bro. This watch right here. This was one of those lost in the mail Rolexes. You know what I'm saying? This model, you may not see it. They made it for like 1 year. I paid $115,000 for this thing. I don't know, I'm lying. This is a Pagani design. And it was made to be like the Daytona, right? So this thing, skeletonized dial, it has a date, day of the week, right? Function. It has no chronograph, period. It's an automatic movement. Like, I think the description said it was like a modified NH35. But then look at the back. This is what got me. That case back was just sick, man. That thing was sick. And the beauty about this watch is it's really comfortable. And you look at the frame of this watch. I like this watch, right? And I paid like, what, $90 for it, if that? I can't remember. I have to go back through my Amazon thing. But I looked at the ratings. I looked at a video on this on Amazon. Then I saw somebody had it on YouTube. And I said, you know what, I'll buy it. And I wore it. The loom isn't that great. It's good. It's adequate enough for that, you know, what you paid. But and unless you, and if you got bad eyes, like I got bifocals so I can see it now. But I bought this during the time. I've had this watch for 2 years now. And my prescription and my lenses wasn't as thick as they, cause y'all see out, yeah, they thick now. But yeah, my eyes, man, I couldn't see it at first. I know, I was like, okay, let me set this up. So the pushers actually, of course, utilize the day of the week in this circle right here. The date is over here, up to 31 days. And what was the bottom one? Was it months? Yeah, the months. It was at the months. It was the months. The months is at the bottom, which I thought was pretty cool. But another, Amazon made it easy. It came there in like 2 days for a Pagani piece. For a Pagani piece. I bought from Sick Case. I agree. Trap, only 2 or 3 sellers I buy from eBay. Oh my gosh, Lee is in the building. Lord. Got to be more careful. I didn't even know he was here. Now, I want to show you another watch that my Illuminator, we about to go God's here. This is another Amazon special. And somebody just actually hit me up. I want to show you that. You see the light at the 6 o'clock and then at the 12. Is it water resistance? Yes. And I have been swimming in this watch before with no problem. I didn't care. All right. It has the scuffs and stuff. What is the model number of this watch? Mike Whiskey Alpha -100 Hotel. That's just MWA 100H. Man, okay. Japanese movement. Cased in China is what it says. So this was I got this to work out in, but I bought this from Amazon, and I got it because a lot of people were talking about on YouTube, you know, how, you know, some of these and I believe this is a 10-year battery on this one. But YouTube was talking about, you know, the different models that you can get, and I just went over there and just typed Casio in, and I looked to say, okay, what do I want? You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain. I didn't go with the recommended Casio, but Amazon had it. There was no customer service to where I had to talk to somebody. I just picked it up and went on by my business. Now, I'm gonna tell you what, I had to send back an item through Amazon, and they have like these little lockers in a store up the street, man. You put the little thing in, and they say, hey, take it over here, boom, good to go, right? So it was easy peasy. They refunded me the money, and I was able to buy some other stuff. They made it simple. They made it super simple. Now I'm gonna tell you another watch. Hold on. I'm gonna pull off the strap a little bit. Can we talk about Russian watches on here? Everything's in Russian. Is that bad to be showing Russian watches? I don't know. I haven't seen anybody really talk about it, man. So I'm gonna just show it. Take it down. It's mechanical, quirky. I'm gonna tell you this: if it wasn't for DK, I was gonna sit in this back. Cause I said, hey, bro, the crown broke, man. This is garbage. He said, no, man, the crown is like that. I was like, really? He said, yeah, that's a feature they had, man, to keep, you know, idiots like me from damaging it. Wow, yeah. Commandersky is what it is. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk about it no more, because I don't know if that'll get you kicked off of YouTube or shadow banned or something. Yeah, I don't need nothing else getting in the way. Ha ha ha, Putin approves, you stupid. I'm done with you, bro. Hey, can I say this? Hey, look, check this out. This is going to be the one and only political thing, or I'm going to mention somebody's name on here. I sent out a prayer out on Facebook, right? And you guys know right now in America, I don't know about anywhere else, but I know in America, because of, based in January, the president-elect will take office. And you're like, Trap, what does that have to do with today's episode? I just want to mention this because I sent that prayer out. I sent it in on my Facebook page, and everybody was like, amen, you know, thanks for sending this. And it was like, and I'm not against prayer for anybody else, man, but I know that pray for Trump thing was put in there to be controversial. And I'm sure people felt some type of way when you put that in there. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, dude, can we keep the peace? And yes, we're not going to act like that's not a hot topic, man. But I'm like, yo, and y'all watch me. You watch me. And I respect everybody. I respect your opinions. I respect your minds. And whichever side of the coin, I personally don't care. I don't. I share this stuff, man, because y'all know how I feel outside of watches, man. I do want people to be prosperous and be careful out there, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be mindful, man. Like, pick your battles wisely. That's crazy. That's hey there. I was like people waving at me in the window. So yeah, that's crazy. On back to the thing. Now, I do want to say this, and I'm all on Amazon. I'm all on Amazon. I want to give you guys an update because I haven't done a video on this one yet. Crap, my bad for shaking. This is a Homage, right? Piece, y'all know that. I would say this, man. I personally wouldn't recommend buying the Homage piece for this one reason. Now, will I get the original? At one point, I will. But I will tell you, man, what my experience, what I found is, I mean, I could have sent this back. I'll wear it as just like a beater or something like that. I mean, I do like the watch. I think it's cool. But it doesn't really do it for me outside of like, because when I went to go see the original, I was like, God, dog, that is so much different. It has a different feel to it. Now, this kind of give you like just at glance as it sits there, the shape and everything, like, the wear is different. You put the original on and then put this one on, you'll feel it, man. There's always a difference, man. The overall vibe of the watch, yeah, man. Hey, look. In other words, if you're buying it as a substitute and you may consider buying it one day, go to a boutique to see it first. But you know what? Everybody don't have that ability because everybody don't have a Doxa boutique near them. So it's one of the things, if you buy online, if you got the money and you're talking about a Doxa 200 run you about $1,600, unless they're running some type of specials or something like that. If you get the Doxa 300, $2,000 pretty much. And then they have the models, can't think of the other models. They got diamonds on them suckers too, man. They got one with diamonds on the bezel. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend you getting a substitute. Just grab the real thing at the time if you can afford it. If that's not a dream, I would say, and I wouldn't say this one because I saw the Sea Stern or San Martin version of this, which is better. Yeah, it's better. What was the Sea Stern? Sea Stern. Let's get into the chat real quick. Yes, you talking about I feel like homages are best served earlier in your watch collection. Once you get to the point where you will naturally have less appreciation and less how you enjoy collecting. Yeah, it is. Steinhardt thoughts on them. Oh, Oscar, I was on the thing last night. I was on their website. And Skylar, this is like when I text you, this is something that I want to talk about, bro. I have an outlook on like where I am in collecting and what I want to do for 2025. And like definitely we could talk about it still because I would like to know, you know, even Robert Wood, we can all get back together and just like be some talking heads up here, right? I looked at Steinhardt last night. I looked at least 7 brands that I was like, man, you know what? This is something that I'm going to showcase, even if I don't have the watch, which I don't have any of the watches I looked at, but at least give you guys some options as to what you want to do. And I'm talking about not just under the $1,000 mark, but under the $500 mark. Under the $500 mark, man, because I mean, it's so personal when you collect it. And most of you guys know what you like. Most of you guys know what you like and what you gravitate towards. You kind of know what your design language is. Some of us are still learning that, you know. But for me, I can't speak for anybody else. My collecting ways have changed in a way to where they have to be personal. One of the watches that I have or that I want right now is actually being created. You know what I'm saying? Because as I look across the market, like what would I be satisfied with the Panerai, whether I get the radio mirror or the PAM, was it 016 or whatever? Would I be satisfied with that? I may even said the PAM number wrong, but y'all get the gist of it. What would that mean for me? You know, I grabbed a couple of watches, so I'll tell you. Anytime you guys see me with a glycine, know that my primary reason for buying that is to have that attachment to the military. To like, and I don't care who owns glycine. I really don't. I just know that, well, I may care just because it's going to depend on the price. But if they do, if somebody else took over glycine and they made the quality a lot better or whatever, and they added another, I'll consider it. But as for right now, all I'm concerned with are watches that have some specific meaning to me, right? I'll show you something that Blissful Ignorance sent me a link, and it was on this company right here. It's Longines, right? And the reason why I bought into Longines was a story I was told years ago, a couple years before COVID, and I was told that Longines had the system that when you bought it, it was like getting a deed to your house, right? That you guys have seen this before. If you haven't, there you go. And with Longines being one of the oldest companies out there, and they're giving you premium quality luxury watch, but the heritage is crazy. They're among the first of many watches. This was, according to statements, this was one of the most copied watches during the early 1900s. But the fact that they bought into their fan base, they bought into the collector. So if you bought this watch, your name, they will get the names of who bought it from the boutiques that they sent their watches out to, and it goes into a book back in Switzerland, and they will literally put you as being an owner, like you just bought a car. Hey, Frederick Smith bought this April 15th, 1909. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are the owner of this watch until you pass on. And they had the opportunity of like, hey, you could send this, like, I'm the new owner, send that information in, right? And this guy was telling me the story because that's all his friend bought was Longines. That's all he owned. He had Longines pocket watches, chronographs, like the whole nine, right? And then Space, Blissful Ignorance, sent me over a link today of a new, I think it's a carbon case. Oh, that watch is beautiful. It's $5,000 American, right? That's expensive to some, but like if you're considering Tudor, if you're considering Rolex, or considering like high luxury Cartier, then it wouldn't be, you know, if that's something that you want to collect. You just have to, and I think there's only one in existence right now, but I believe they're going to make some, and you have to, I guess you get it by request. This new, it's a beautiful watch too, but that goes back to where you purchase from, who do you trust, and yeah, you want to be treated right with wherever you buy from. So I got that Longines from Trifecta, which I left their link. Y'all know I'm gonna always represent Trifecta. He don't even know that I put the paid promotion thing in here for one reason, is because the watches that I have. Anytime I am given a crazy discount on a watch, I'm like, yo, so like this right here, you guys have seen this many times. This watch means a lot to me, right? This watch means a lot to me because like this one, like all military inspired. But it's like this whole case that I had, this little 3-slot is a Trifecta, like it's a Trifecta. These are watches that I bought from him, and I have a great partnership with him as far as being a customer, right? Dude, you have to, as a seller or some type of entity, store, e-commerce, whatever you got to do, whatever it is, you have to establish yourself. And this is why, and not to be picky, like this is all the home shopping networks. All of them are dated. All of them are dated. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost as if like now, like what was the end game? What was the end game? Now I can't speak to QVC right now because I haven't or HSN. I know they're doing better than Shop HQ. I gave a coworker Jake's website yesterday. Cool, thanks, bro. He said all Traps watches look brand new. Man. Oh, hold up, I see fingers pointing at something. I use the Invicta cleaning kit. I'm cleaning with water and soap. Oh, you guys talking about cleaning? Don't you clean your watches after you wear them? I got you. I got it. Okay, bro. Skylar. I heard they come with Swiss movements. Yeah, they do. Let me see. Wait a minute. Yes, they do. Steinhardt does. And I did some research last night, man. I'm into the high beat thing, and it doesn't have to be Swiss made for me. The Miota movement is just fine. And I found Wise. I went on Wise website. Oh my gosh, Wise, bro. Ooh, man. What's that channel, bro? I like watches. He did one. It's a GMT. And his camera is so clear. The production, oh man. It just makes you, it's mouth watering, bro. And that's another thing too, is some of these companies can benefit from these larger YouTubers. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you reach out to these YouTubers like, hey, look, got a deal. Send you this watch. Could you do this? Or have a little budget. Pay them. Pay these people. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never, whether you like them or not, you know what I'm saying? Once I get off of here, I'm going to look at this video. It's talking about the watch YouTubers that's pumping and dumping. Yeah. I'm gonna just go check that out. Man, there's a lot of drama that happens on YouTube, man. Y'all know that, right? The watch community is beautiful and vast, but yet niche. There's a lot of drama that goes in between all this stuff. Noctua watches. Somebody told me that his customer service was stellar. I don't know. That's little birdie told me that, you know, if you go to Noctua watches and get you a watch, man. I heard that, hey, he take care of his customers, man. That's what I heard. And that's the whole point of this episode is where do you go to buy? So, I'm going to throw out some names real quick. I haven't bought anything from Exquisite, but I see Random Rob is always promoting them and Saltzman's. So, I'd imagine you guys out there in YouTube land, the people that's commenting, I've been on a Random Rob's episode, his live. And if Saltzman's or Exquisite, and I can't remember the other one, he represents another one. God darn it. I know people will talk about it. They'll say something in the chat. They'll like nail it to the cross, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And they have to have great customer service. That's the biggest thing too, man. Like, you gotta, man, you want to be treated. You want to be treated, man. You don't want this, man. And right now, and I'm not picking on them, but like right now, people that have, for the thousands, the tens of thousands that have bought Home Shopping Network style, you expect, you know, what they've been pumping out for the past few decades. You expect that customer service, you expect that attention to detail, and you don't get it, man. Case in point, I went to Macy's, and they have only a few seconds to get your attention, to get you into whatever it is that you're looking at, whether it be cologne, makeup, or your watches and stuff like that. And sometimes they miss the mark. Now, I've shopped at Macy's for years, man, and I don't have a problem with Macy's. But like, I had one opportunity to buy a watch from Macy's, and she dropped the ball. You know, I was gravitating towards one thing, and I'm talking about it, and like, she didn't read the temperature of your boy, and she recommended this other watch, and I said, "Well, no, I'm gravitating towards this." I was like, I was looking over here, I seen you. What was it? It was a Hamilton, and it was crazy price. It was the Hamilton khaki field watch. It was a 38 millimeter, right? They had it for $380. I haven't seen it that low since I joined the Army back in 1999. I haven't seen it that low since then, right? For the mechanical. So I'm like, yo, I want to check that out. Like, what's wrong with it? I want to expect to see if she was like, nah, you might want to get this. Don't even worry about that one, man. Like, you should check this one out. This will look better on your wrist. I said, ma'am, you know what? Don't even worry about it. She would not pull the watch out. She kept trying to take me over there. So she missed out on the sale. Big time. YouTube is the new daytime soaps. It is. Is Longines the most affordable 5 hertz movement? As far as I know, yes. Customer service can trump quality. Customer service is paramount. Yes. And why wouldn't it be? Of course it is. Of course it is. And that's my whole deal. So I would recommend that you like Macy's for your, like, if you're trying to find some of the more finer timepieces just to see, even if you're not going to buy, just go look at it. Kind of give you an idea, and that may change your thoughts on like what you think of watches, certain watches. You're like, hey, I'm not going outside of $500. You may consider it once you get it in hand. Second, K Jewelers, I would say, like, if you need to go and look at an onslaught of G-Shocks, they have a ton of G-Shocks, right? And they may have some that you have seen online, but not, you know what I'm saying, like in person. I would recommend you do that. And they're pretty, depending on which one you go to, they may be knowledgeable. Some, it's a jewelry store, because, yeah, it's a jewelry store. Yeah, I'm gonna just put it like that. But as far as like your online stuff, I haven't had a problem with Long Island. Okay, phenomenal. I haven't had a problem with Aragon for those that's looking for the larger timepieces. Phenomenal, right? Joma Shop is very responsive with, if you have an issue, send it back, get in touch. Like I did the email thing, and a representative got back with me ASAP, man. It was no problem. That was a smooth transition. Had no problem whatsoever. Ashford's is another one. They make sure they, like, and the other thing too is you want to know, they send your tracking number, they tell you when your stuff's gonna be there, and they do follow-ups. Crazy. It's crazy, right? So I highly recommend that if you're looking for an affordable timepiece, like if you're into glycine, I highly recommend Ashford's for the glycine, because Ashford normally has more inventory than anything else. What's up, T White? eBay, if you find a seller after that one purchase, I don't play with it. I just kind of stay away. Like, I stick with the one guy that I know, but I'm not about to sacrifice my emotions, rather. I don't want to get angry and upset, and I mean, because you're not gonna lose money for, you know what I'm saying, like, you can always have your money pulled back. That's easy, you know what I'm saying. I had to talk to your bank and stuff like, this is a dud, get your money back. Even if they don't want to do it, you can just pull your money right back. That's the beauty about eBay. You can pull that thing easy peasy. But yeah, I just don't search through eBay as much. Whatnot, I have purchased off of Whatnot. Now, I didn't mention EDC, which I have some in the bag. Knives and things of that nature, your lighters, your flashlights. I have bought off of Whatnot, and they're like Donkey Dab is a great spot to buy from. There's a couple other places, man. And again, that came from word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Who was it? Billy from Watch Snob, not a Watch Snob, actually introduced me to Whatnot, and then Joe was over there buying knives and stuff like that, and he sent me straight to where I need to. So keep in mind, if it's one of us and they're telling you, or you get familiar with the people in the chat, just ask them. You know what I'm saying? Because I've purchased with no problem. My stuff comes just like that, lickety split. And I bought a lot of EDC in 2024. I mean, a lot of it. I got a lot of knives. I have those crazy lighters, man. Like, it's not a flame. It's just like, it's a chargeable lighter. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the thing sparked up. I was like, yo. But those are like cigars. Let me see. Customer service is all about serving your customer. If you don't, you're dead work. The same way with my wholesale shops. It's about service. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's more than 2K. What's that? I gotta drive home so I can only listen. Oh, no problem, bro. There's a $5,000 Casio. Yeah, there's expensive G-Shocks, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. I think those G-Shocks control Tesla or something like that. And you press a button and you can take control over all the cars and whatnot. Right, you know what I'm saying? I think you can cause like an economic disaster. I think if you had the right codes, you could probably even launch some missiles with that G-Shock. I'm just playing. YouTube, I promise I'm just joking. I'm just joking, man. But there are some expensive G-Shocks. And this is expensive everything, bro. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's out there, man, that you may not consider to be worth your time. Because I'm sure I've had some of you guys really comment in the section like, yo, I like that watch, but I wouldn't pay that much for it. Yeah. You have to know your limits. You have to know your design style. You have to know, like, what's the next watch, man. Sometimes it takes a little longer than just seeing a video like, oh, that is it. That's it. I got to get it. Yeah, man, just sit back. Do you want to spend 20,000. Do you want to spend 2K on a watch? It's easy, man. I'm telling you, this watch right now retails for $18.95. Now, there's sales. You can always find that watch cheaper, man. Yeah, man. Holler at my man over there in Trifecta. Another place I say the customer service is amazing. Palmer Jewelers, Kokomo. Customer service is on point. The ladies over there and the guys, man, amazing. Moria Jewelers. They have events celebrating their customers. Now, granted, it's a trade-off because people come in there and they buy, right? They buy. But like this when you get the biggest discounts. They serve you food, they serve you alcohol and wine and all this other stuff, right? And it is hey, thank you for being a customer. Point blank, period. Reese Nichols do the same thing, right? Now, I don't know, like I've asked, their online presence is getting a lot better. I told them, I said, 2025, you guys should like really be killing it, man, because I think more and more people are gravitating towards the options, the different options that they have. That's why I talk about, like, and see, I'm in the state of Indiana, and when you hear the name Exquisite, right? Exquisite Timepieces down in Naples, Florida, has been in the game for years. For years, man, and I believe they are one of the highest ranking authorized dealers. They have well over 60 models, period. And dude, they got it anywhere from freaking, I think they got Casio or G-Shocks, stuff like that, all the way up to, I saw one piece on there that was $756,000. It's crazy. But then you have to know, companies have to have some type of clout or have done enough to gain the trust of these vendors, because Jacob & Co. came out here to Indiana. I would have never thought in a million years that Jacob & Co. would come here to Indiana. And they're right out there in Moria Jewelers. I would have, when I walked past the booth, I said, "This Jacob & Co." And shout out to Moria's, man, because that one watch, like my short, bro, that watch was originally $340,000, $360,000, somewhere around there. Don't have any gemstones in it, but that watch is selling for $310,000. And I know people like Noctua, Jay Jones, y'all got that in y'all wallet right now, don't you? I'm pretty sure you do. Man, boy, I need to get me some more tea. So I'm gonna get me some here in a minute. Nerd with swag, what's happening? Man, y'all, I'm still trying to get over this bug, bro, and it's got my throat. 22 views and 4 likes. The math ain't mathing. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, man, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for me. Let YouTube know that I was in the building. You feel what I'm saying? We coming in for a landing, man. We coming in for a landing. I thought that I was gonna have to pull up. Hold up. Let's see what's in here. Thought I was gonna have to pull up something real quick. All right, hold on. Type that in. Let's see what pops up. Okay, hey, you guys get a chance, go check that video out. Look at that long jeans. That's Time and Tide. That video dropped 5 hours ago, and it's already at 5K views. So, scam with a fake Rolex. And then there is, I didn't know this was on there, Shop Late 888. I don't know what that is, but look at that right there. Now, as we come in for this landing, the whole point of this video was to talk about companies that we bought from, kind of give some clarity on what I was talking about. What is e-commerce going to look like for the new Shop HQ, whatever I'm pretty sure they're going to still keep the name Shop HQ. But what does that look like? Is it too late for them to try to, I guess, form their entity, their business into an Amazon-style company with TV personalities? You have to adhere to the customers. You have to be inviting. They should have been reaching out to people that could have helped them along the way, spend a little money on that instead of, the money they spent and how they spent it. But hey, I'm just spectating as a customer, but they did drop the ball in their customer service. According to the video that I saw, that video did not have facts in it. You guys can look it up, and I think it's a video that's talking about Invicta and Shop HQ, and it's talking about the customer service that they have being stellar and stuff like that. And I'm like, based on the reason why this video right now exists, they're one of the companies, the company that I'm focusing on because I've been a customer. You're talking about millions of dollars being spent with this giant, this online home shopping giant, right? Not saying it was bigger than any other home shopping networks, but as far as an Invicta community, they were leading the way and they dropped the ball and they tried to interject and put that into JTV, which did not give JTV. Now, I don't know JTV enough to say that it's either bad or it got to be a good spot to buy because it's selling jewelry, but it's just not a good look for them taking on what I just showed you guys, taking on Invicta, and now they're not even utilizing. Ryan Johnson has not been on that show in over a month, right? So that looks bad on them, and maybe I don't know, will they go back into any Invicta shows 2025? I mean, what's the point? It's like Invicta does not have a presence right now outside of what I talk about, people on Facebook talk about, but that's not on, it's nothing big. Good riddance. Shopping. He said good riddance. Be safe, Vic. Got to get back to the counter. Texas like lions on the hunt. All right, bro. All right. And the other places that I talked about, y'all, are very legit spots to buy from. If you guys have yet to buy from Long Island watches, I have purchased from them at least 9 times, I believe 9 times. 8 online, once in person. The in-person, great experience because you have the watches in front of you. I recommend if you can get to one of those watch fairs, go to it. For those that are selling, that's another. I didn't talk about that, but you get a chance to actually see what you're getting, and you hear the stories behind it, and you just go from there. Be careful of the boutiques. Be careful of eBay, where you're buying from, and people reselling watches that, just be careful. Please be careful, man. But other than that, man, I'm out of here. Hope you guys have a great day. Drop. I see Ryan doing events in the Victor stores. Yes, he is. He is. He is. He will be out in Arizona. He'll be in Arizona. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, I have to verify, but he is going to Arizona. I think that is a good look because they have to. He's the face of Invicta. Why not utilize your greatest asset to get your brand out there? People are emotionally tied. That's the big thing too. If you're emotionally tied to this, which we are, each one of you guys have a story about the watches that you buy. But you have to be mindful of where you buy those watches from and creating those relationships. And if those companies are like preying on that, you have to maintain that because the moment you drop off, you become Shop HQ. So with that being said, I'm up out of this thing, man. I'm out of here, y'all. All right? Hope you guys have a great day. Saturday? Saturday. Okay. Thank you for that update. And until the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed.